want to know how many dumpster divers out here watching have made your local news for getting caught dumpster diving. Well, we didn't actually get caught. Actually, somebody, maybe a hater, took our video and they sent it to our local police station. It was brought to my attention by one of my friends that this was posted on the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department's page. They posted my video from YouTube. Not only did it make their Facebook page, then it made the local news, then it made the local talkback news, then it started going on radio stations. And then I got asked to do a radio interview that was like a state away. The local police in the area that we were dumpster diving, well, one of the areas that we were dumpster diving that night, they had a lot to say. We have yet to get a fine. We are eligible to get a fine if they decide to fine us. And the news that it made was just kind of crazy.
I got good.
Yeah, so, oh, Chris wants to show you guys something right now.
I have gloves now. I will be using these in our next video.
we went and we got some, we went and we bought him some gloves as per all your suggestions. So Chris will have gloves on from now on. I told him there's no excuses. Gloves. I mean, dumpster diving is super popular now, especially if you like type it into the little YouTube search, but I never thought that this would happen. And to everybody that supported me through this and made awesome comments, I appreciate you all. I just want you guys to know that. I appreciate any good feedback or any critical feedback that could help me improve my channel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
At 6. Video of a woman going dumpster diving has landed her in hot water.
If the no trespassing signs are not enough, police warn dumpster diving can get you in big trouble with the law. It's our top story on Newswatch 16 at 6. Good evening, I'm Charlotte McBride.
And I'm Scott Schaefer. For most people, dumpster diving might be considered a bit of an embarrassment, maybe not something you want to brag about.
But a woman from Luzerne County decided it would be cool to post a video of her dumpster dive right on YouTube. Now she's in trouble with the law. Newswatch 16's Alan Vickers is live in Luzerne County. Alan?
Scott and Charlotte, Wilkes-Barre Township Police have a simple message for those choosing to dumpster dive in the back of the Arena Hub Plaza. Don't. And if you do, you can face a big fine.
Someone in basically telling you how you can reap the benefits of discarded trash, you know, by digging through a dumpster at 2:30 in the morning. And again, it's not acceptable behavior.
Wilkes-Barre Township Police say this is a YouTube video of a woman dumpster diving at the Arena Hub Plaza earlier this month near Wilkes-Barre. Captain Will Clark says the old adage of one man's trash turning into another man's treasure could end up with a fine.
Some people don't even see a crime when it comes to climbing in and out of a dumpster and grabbing discarded merchandise, but it's not acceptable behavior. And again, it's not legitimate behavior.
In the rear of the Arena Hub Plaza, there are plenty of signs warning would-be divers to stay away.
They're not supposed to be there, and our officers are enforcing trespassing violations on these people because they shouldn't be there. That's the bottom line. If you want the merchandise, buy it.
Wilkes-Barre Township Police say when you're climbing through trash trying to find buried treasure, you're not only putting yourself in danger, but the police officer who's been called to respond.
If you look at it from an order perspective, 2:30 a.m., at the rear of a building that could potentially be getting burglarized.
Shoppers tell Newswatch 16 the deals you may find in the dumpsters are not worth the fines.
I don't see myself doing that, no. It's a lot of work and possibly get arrested for trespassing back there. Don't think it's something I do.
Police say they can charge the woman that was seen in the video dumpster diving as soon as tomorrow with trespassing. Those charges could reach up to $1,000. Alan Vickers, Newswatch 16, live in Luzerne County.
The dumpster diver being fined for trespassing is the focus of tonight's Talkback 16. Callers seem to think the situation is ridiculous.
That poor lady dumpster diver. She's probably trying to get something to survive. The cop looks like he would shoot her. Like, catch the bad guys. Catch the bad guys.
You know what? Captain Clark needs to pay attention to what the real crimes are over in Wilkes-Barre, and not somebody who's just going through trash. The stuff's headed to a landfill. The cops are paying attention to stuff that doesn't matter instead of paying attention to what really does matter.
You know, maybe the woman is homeless and is looking for clothes to wear or something to eat. Now to get fined for looking through a dumpster. I just thought that was so sad, and it was just, you know, unbelievable.
We're also going to follow up on something last week. It was prompted by a video a woman made where she was out in the back of a couple of stores dumpster diving, and she found tremendous treasures, as she said. I found all types of stuff. We couldn't believe it, but stores throw out tremendous amounts of stuff, and they don't want you to take it. But they don't want to sell it either. They just want to throw it out. It doesn't make sense. So what prompted her, video and what type of trouble she's been in, both from the professional dumpster divers and from the cops. So we're going to follow up.
It's a profession?
Oh, yeah. There are those who do this for a profession, and they're pissed at her for exposing this.
Ah, okay.
But a lot of you who work in retail were telling us about the tremendous amounts of stuff that get thrown out on a regular basis.
It sounds like soon this will be on the History Channel.
Yeah, right. That it's got to be a show.
or something like that.
Yeah, you got American
Dumpster divers.
Right. Just two guys, one's fat and chumley-like, and the other one is the go-getter, and they go out and they dumpster dive for treasures across the country. We also have Ruben Brown's going to join us today. So, an update on the woman who went dumpster diving. She got in trouble because the cops are now pissed at her. But what we found, there's a tremendous amount of stores that just throw perfectly good stuff out into the dumpster. And while they're screaming you shouldn't do it, you should probably do it. You probably could fill your living room with the stuff that they have in a dumpster right now.
It's going to smell good in there.
Yeah, well, just don't get caught by the broken glass. Dumpster diving and flaming hot Cheetos coming up next.
The Shred and Reagan Show will be right back.
On 103.3, The Edge.
On something late last week we were talking about, maybe you caught it, about this time. We certainly heard a lot of friends in retail who called us and said people in retail have to throw out tremendous amounts of stock. Just throw it out. We couldn't believe it. There was a woman in northeastern Pennsylvania, Wilkes-Barre Township, who made a video of dumpster diving, and she found brand new stuff inside. Frames and gifts and stuff from Christmas, brand new, just thrown in the dumpster. And then the cops got all, he had to pull up his ass. He's like, I'm going to arrest her, and you can't do this. What we found out was just how retail kind of treats some of that stuff. They consider it a write-off. They force the workers to go out there and just throw the stuff out into the dumpster, and that's the end of it. In some cases, it goes into a compactor. In some cases, they're not allowed to take it home. They're not allowed to, so they just got to throw it out in the dumpster, trash it, bend it, or just throw it out whole. We couldn't believe it. Refrigerators.
Washing machines.
Tubs.
Snowblowers.
Just thrown out. We're like, is there nobody who could use this stuff? So we finally found her, and we wanted to bring her on to get a little update. Her name is Austina. And she's in some trouble, I guess, but I don't know how much, right? That's one of the things we have to ask.
Right, yes.
Austina, thanks for coming on the show. How are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
All right. So when we played some of this last week, we heard from so many people in retail who talked about the type of stuff that they throw away. And what I want to play first is you and a friend of yours dumpster diving and finding some different things. So let's play this for you.
I see a comforter, man. I see a comforter set. I see lots of stuff in this one, man. This is crazy right now. This is serious right now.
It is.
I can't even believe this. Guys, we have hit the mother load.
Thank you. So, and an atomizer.
Michael's score. There's always a score. There is always a score. Dude, there is always a score at Michael's. Like, there's forever scores at Michael's.
We can bang that out.
Oh, God. That's what she said.
Just give it a lie.
Oh boy. In a box.
Here goes the happy planner.
Yeah, it had little stickers. So what did you find, Austina?
In this particular dive, we found, we usually get a lot of different things from Michael's. We get frames and stuff like that galore, and it's crazy because there's nothing wrong with them, absolutely nothing. Like, and they're so expensive to buy in the store. I do buy them in the store. I'll coupon when I can, but they're super expensive. I'm like, why are you guys throwing them away? We don't get usually a big haul like we did from Burlington that day, but when I looked at the Burlington dumpster, and we figured it was going to be a little insane because it was like returns from Christmas and such. So as soon as I looked at we walked up to it, and it kind of looked like it was everything was scattered all over the place to begin with, which a lot of these dumpsters are like that you know what I mean? Like, they want to say that we make a mess, but there's already a mess there usually, and sometimes I help clean up the mess. Anyway, so we pulled out so many different things from the Burlington dumpster, clothing galore. That was probably one of the saddest things to me because they were brand new jackets, and it's wintertime, and there's a lot of people that don't have jackets in our area. There's homeless people, and there's children. We pulled out some children's jackets, some adult jackets, still with the security tags, and absolutely nothing wrong with them.
It's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't see why these things aren't donated to, maybe if somebody doesn't want to give them to the Salvation Army, but at least to like a local shelter or like a woman's shelter or something like that.
Now, it does sound a little risky going in there, too, because one thing I heard in that clip was a lot of broken glass.
Yeah, you have to be super careful, and I think that's one of the reasons they don't want people back there. There is a lot of broken glass, and Chris scares the crap out of me when it comes to that stuff, because he'll get like right in there. I'm like, I'll stand back, I'll have gloves on. I'm like, Chris, you're gonna get sliced. Like, you want to be careful.
Yeah.
We try to be careful, but there's a lot of broken glass. But honestly, from what I've talked to with a lot of the retail people, they're told to break the stuff on purpose. So a lot of them just smash it in there on purpose.
Which is unfair in a way, or
but
unfortunate.
Fun for the employee.
Right, fun maybe for the employee is even in a certain risk, don't you think? Because they're breaking all that stuff up. If you're just tuning in, by the way, we're talking to Austina. She's from Wilkes-Barre, and she made a video of her and her friend diving into a dumpster, and what they found shocked them. Was this the first time? Have you done this a few times before? Was this the first time you videoed it? Because this is when it became a thing.
Yeah, no, this wasn't the first time I videoed it. I think I have a couple other videos on my YouTube channel, but I started, and YouTube is one of the reasons I started videoing it. I've been doing it for a while. This was probably one of the biggest hauls that we got where there was a lot of stuff, but I think we had one back in the summertime, and the furniture that we pulled out of this dumpster, it was brand new furniture and stuff, and rugs and with tags on them. It was I think a $600 haul when we added everything up on the tags.
What do you do with all this stuff? Do you use it? Do you sell it?
If it's really nice, like the furniture stuff that sometimes we get out of the higher end furniture stores, I'll keep it. But I have so much stuff that usually I just give it away. I know a lot of people through my business, so I know some people that don't have, so I'll leave it to them. I haven't really sold anything from the dumpsters yet. It definitely is sellable though. Even at a flea market, it's definitely stuff you can make money on. I have other businesses online, so I really don't. I like the thrill of it. I like finding stuff. It's exciting to me, and I like being able to give it away to people. That's probably where the majority of all of it goes. I either keep it or I give it away.
What do you do? Are you a tattoo artist?
I own a tattoo studio for 11 years. I'm a tattoo artist.
Okay. All right. And you said marketing as well. But you're hearing from a number of different people. The first, you told me there are people who do this for a living, right?
Yes, absolutely. There are people that make a living off of this. Absolutely.
What was their reaction?
They were just like, hey, try to keep it on the down low, or, don't ever show where you're at, locations. I mean, there's people, this one girl I talked to, she was sending me pictures of her hauls from Ulta. It was insane, the makeup she got from Ulta. And they're these not underground, but these groups where they sell all this makeup and stuff. And she told me they actually Google map the locations to find out where if there's dumpsters in the area. So they travel all over and they make a living out of it, which, hey, more power to them. If they want to make money off of what someone else wastes, go for it. You know what I mean?
Right. Although dumpster makeup is a little
sketchy, you know.
But it's expensive, isn't it?
It is. You know, everyone thinks, ew, a dumpster, but some of these dumpsters, the only thing that you find in them really, they use like separate dumpsters. Like they'll have dumpsters for like retail, and they'll be like boxes or a lot of styrofoam and paper and stuff with like some of the merchandise, and then they use like these other dumpsters for like more of the waste. So like you're not going into like this dumpster where there's like, you know, stuff from the bathroom or, you know what I mean, like food or anything like that. So they do have separate dumpsters, which I don't know if that makes a difference, but a lot of the hardcore dumpster divers, though, a couple of them were kind of like, hey, they don't want this stuff to go public, and they blame YouTube for, you know, spreading it out, and that's why a lot of the retailers break the stuff or spray paint the stuff now, et cetera. So a lot of them just kind of want it kept secret because that's, again, how they make their living.
Right. Now, what about the police? Because, I mean, this stuff has been discarded. It's been thrown away.
Funny you say that because I've got Wilkes-Barre Township Captain William Clark. He says, and I'll play this for you, this activity is not acceptable.
Someone in basically telling you how you can reap the benefits of discarded trash, you know, by digging through a dumpster at 2:30 in the morning. And again, it's not acceptable behavior. Some people don't even see a crime when it comes to climbing in and out of a dumpster and grabbing discarded merchandise. And again, it's not legitimate behavior.
What's your reaction to that, Austina?
That guy is just super opinionated, and in his profession, I don't think he should be as opinionated as he is. It's just an opinion. That's not a law. The law is trespassing. I get that. But he's basically trying to say that you're non-human if you trash pick. And there are a lot of people that even would pull over to the side of the road and take something that they saw and go use it or make it useful. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say too much, but I think everyone that commented kind of said enough about this guy.
Right. But you've also heard from, you know, people who do this for a living, and you said, you know, yourself that they kind of tell you just be careful, watch for the broken glass, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. I mean, Chris, we have gloves. He should have been wearing gloves. Even glasses. I put glasses on because sometimes little pieces of glass fly, especially, you know, when you're in there and you're trying to get stuff at the bottom or whatnot. So yeah, you do have to be. There is an element of trying to be careful while you do it, and also, you know, not getting. I guess I didn't think it was that big of a deal, to be honest. I didn't think like, you know, it was going to cause like a big ruckus in the area. It was dumpster diving, you know.
Right. You figure this is just... But I think what you exposed is what we ended up getting, which was a lot of people in retail saying, we do this all the time. We throw out... we heard from Home Depot guys who said there's an entire aisle. Somebody buys the aisle out. We have to trash all this stuff. And he goes, I mean, we're talking tubs and, you know, inserts, all gone.
Faucets.
Right. Appliances, refrigerators, and everything
absolutely.
like that. Has anyone, you know, within passing comments underneath, talked about why retailers do this?
It's crazy that they do. I know someone that worked at Lowe's, and they actually put a lot of that stuff in the compactor. It's perfectly fine, and they put it in a compactor and destroy it. I mean, that to me, I can't even fathom that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why it's not even sold on pallets or sold. You know what I mean? But again, I guess it's all a money situation, and they make more money from trashing it than they would from selling it.
All right, so if anybody's listening and they're like, you know, I want to score a couple of treasures,
I'm looking for a career in dumpster diving.
maybe they need this stuff, you know, and you know, and more power to them. Any advice for somebody?
Just, you know what I mean? Just be careful. If you're going to videotape it, don't let anybody know where you're at. You know, be super safe about it. You know, try to go to places where there's no trespassing signs because there are a lot of dumpsters. And just, you know, wear the proper clothing. Be safe about it. You know, don't be stupid. Don't make a mess either. Like that will piss anybody off. That pisses me off. That's why it bothered me a little bit when there were some comments made that there was a mess. I know for a fact there wasn't a mess. And I had additional video that I didn't, you know, I edited out that would clearly show you that. Don't make a mess, man. You know, we're trying to do something good. We're trying to like help the planet a little bit here. We're trying to help ourselves. Don't make a mess. Don't be a scumbag.
We're joking around. You know, you got to pick the stores to go to. Like, just go to a bank. You know, you go to the bank dumpster and there's 10s and 20s.
Throwing away cash.
I can't believe it. They're throwing out hundreds.
I wish. Just YouTube dumpster diving. People actually do find money. It's crazy the things that people find.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Are there any stores in particular? You said Michael's. Are there any other stores that you're like, oh, there's some good scores at this store?
Michael's is always good. Tuesday mornings is good. It just depends. Honestly, they're all good if you just hit them at the right time. But every store gives something up. A lot of them, it maybe in this area might lock their dumpsters, but then a lot of other areas don't, or just depends on where you go. And in my mind, the no trespassing, it said for, except for customers or authorized personnel, well, besides the fact that I have probably a handful of receipts to each and every one of those stores, so I'm a customer, I just figured they didn't want people back there messing with the vehicles or throwing their own trash, not picking out of the trash. Come on.
Now, we have heard from a couple places, like there's a big mall here, that they actually have a trash compactor that is designed for this type of thing. So if you go in there, you kind of are running a little bit more risk. Would you climb into a trash compactor?
Hell no, but I actually have spoken to a few people that do. That's crazy. I'm not getting my fat ass crushed climbing into a trash compactor, but I mean, no, I don't really need it that much. I don't need the video or the YouTube video that much, but, hey, everybody's different,
Wow, that's something. Austina Obscura, she's from Wilkes-Barre. She made headlines when she videotaped her and a friend dumpster diving. Police are upset. Some of the professional dumpster divers are upset, but she scored some treasures and exposed a weird practice about retail in this country and about how much we throw out. Austina, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks, guys.
Nice. All right. So we got this text. Guys, used to work at a Home Depot. Killed me to see drill and saw kits just being tossed. Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
That would hurt.
Oh, God. Especially if you're like, oh, man, I wish I've been really, really hoping that Santa would have gotten me a drill kit this year, and you're just like tossing it out. That's brutal. That's just waste.
All we've come up with is that they throw this stuff away because it didn't sell at sale prices, and they get more money as a write-off, as a loss, than they would marking it down even more.
So maybe you take that away so that, you don't waste all that stuff. Jesus, if nothing else, package it up for next year if you don't want to, or, put it back on the floor. Someone's going to buy it at some point. Damn. All right. Well, nonetheless, glad you're with us. We wanted to tell you a little bit more, sort of an update on...
I know you guys also made comments about the video being like a roller coaster, super shaky, and I apologize for that. So in the future, I definitely will be wearing a GoPro, and hopefully that works out a little bit better. So yeah, check it out, and if you guys can, please, I appreciate if you subscribe, comment, like this video, and also, guys, I'm in the midst of building up my merch store, and we made some really cool designs for t-shirts and stuff, and the link to that Shopify store is in the comments below here, so grab a t-shirt, man, if you want to support the cause.